What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. Today is going to be another product review. It's going to be on the Timney drop-in AR15 triggers. Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button down below. Also the notification bell. Helps my channel out a lot. And most importantly, it helps me bring products like this to you guys. Full disclosure here, I did reach out to Timney Triggers. They were kind enough to send these out for me to do a review. This one here is the small pin straight 3-pound pull. And that is the part number right there. And this one here is the 2-stage short, first stage straight 2 plus 2-pound pull, and that there is the part number. So let's dive down a little deeper and we'll take a look at these guys. Alright, so first off we're going to take a look at this one. This is just a basic drop-in trigger from Timney. This is their 3-pound straight faced trigger. These boxes are actually pretty nice. So we'll put it up so it all comes inside. Now I did install this already on my AR15. I took it back out just so you guys can see. Inside of the packaging you do get a little manual here. Comes with a poster, a whole bunch of stickers, installation booklet, and some information about the trigger itself. And then inside the packaging you get the trigger and some Allen screws and an Allen wrench. So like I mentioned in the packaging, you do get 2 little screws and an Allen wrench. I'll show what these are in a bit here. Alright, so here it is up a little closer for you guys. I do apologize, I mentioned that this was the regular drop-in, but this is not. This is actually their competition style. This is their 3-pound model with the straight trigger shoe. You can also get a curved trigger shoe. You can get it in 3 pounds like this one, or 4 or 5 pounds. So it's up to user preference on what you guys would like to use. They also mentioned that they have a large pin and a small pin. Standard most spec lowers, I believe, uses the small pin. This one works just fine. So if you guys look inside of here, everything is self-contained. Really nice. No sharp edges, no nothing like that. This is truly a drop-in trigger. Anyone can do it at home in about 2 minutes. This is not adjusting, like I mentioned, 3-pound trigger pull. And inside of here, there's some paint on the bolt there and on the screw down there as well. I don't know what those are for. So if anybody knows what this is for and this, let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to touch anything just because I don't want to mess up anything. So that's this trigger here. Nothing much about it. Pretty simple. Drop it in. You're good to go. Now the install process, there is 2 little set screws on the bottom here. So basically once you drop this into your lower receiver, you're going to put your 2 pins in. It's going to be really loose at first, but don't worry. Inside of here there's 2 little Allen screws, which are these 2 little guys. You're going to take the screw it down until it bottoms out into the lower receiver. This model does not have a self-containing nylon bushing down here, so that's when these 2 little set screws come into play. Once you're done tightening this into the lower receiver, you're going to want to make sure your pins are even on both sides. And then you're going to put these set screws inside of the screws that you just tightened, and that way the screws don't back out. Again, this is Timney's competition 3-pound pull with a straight trigger face. So we're going to put this inside the lower, and I'll show you guys some few trigger pulls. Alright, so we got the upper put back on. I'm just going to do a few pulls for you guys. Weapon is clear, nothing in the chamber, no magazine. Got my alignment gauge here for you. So we're going to do 3 pulls here. .95, 2.79, that was 3.03 with an average of 2 pounds, 11.2 ounces. So it's pretty close to 3 pounds. So like I mentioned, this is a single stage, meaning that there's no pre-travel before you pull the trigger. It's just going to hit the wall right away and you're going to pull through. It's a really nice crisp trigger. There's the brake. We'll see if I can do a reset here for you. It's really hard to do this opposite of the camera. That's the reset, super short. Then you're right back on the wall, and then there's the brake. I'll show that again one more time here. Again, Reset, super short. That's the trigger pull. This one I've not shot it yet, I just installed it. But this one's going to be going on my regular AR15 plinking gun. That's why I want to go with the single stage competition style. Just because the trigger's a little lighter, and that's what I wanted. Again, the trigger on this is super smooth. No over travel, no pre-travel, no nothing. Just super smooth. Let's try it this way again. There it is. So that there is the Timney competition 3-pound model. Again, they do make this in a flat, curved, or skeletonized style depending on your liking. But let's jump over to the 2-stage trigger and we'll show you how that one looks like. Alright, so this one here is the 2-stage short stage drop-in trigger. That's the part number right there. So you get inside, so we'll open this up. It's basically the same thing as the other one. Just get the box and the manual and everything else that's inside of there. Now this one you only get one Allen screw, and then you're going to get the trigger itself. Now the 2-stage one is going to look a little different. If you guys saw the other one, this connector here was a little different on the regular competition one. This is a 2-stage, so that's why that one looks like that. Alright, so again, this is the Timney drop-in 2-stage trigger. This one does have a flat trigger shoe in it as well. I prefer that over the curved, but it's going to be personal preference. They do make a standard curved trigger if that is what you like. So this trigger is tuned from the factory and is set at 2 pounds with a 2-pound second stage. Now why would you want a 2-stage trigger over a single stage? 2-stage allows you to prep the trigger, meaning that you're going to pull on the first stage and then it's going to hit the wall, and then once it breaks, that's going to be your second stage. That's why it's called a 2-stage trigger. So this trigger I installed into my DMR build, as you guys already saw in a video that I posted not too long ago, I think a week ago. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. I'll leave it somewhere up here. That is my Midwest Industries build. Upper receiver, aero precision lower, along with an element optics scope, and along with the American Defense scope rings. Alright, so let's just look at this a little closer. The craftsmanship, everything again, it's really nice, machined. No sharp edges, no nothing. Like I mentioned, this is a 2-stage trigger, so the springs and everything are going to be a little more flopped around. That's just the nature of it. Everything here is self-contained. This one, if you guys noticed, has a little nylon thingy in the middle here. From what I read on Timney, that is used when you tighten down your set screws, so you don't need to have another set of set screws on top to make sure those don't back out. Now with this, you gotta be careful. If you let the hammer down, this little retaining pin here can come out just because there's no tension on it anymore, so just be mindful of that. So there's the trigger itself. Like I mentioned, nothing much to it, pretty basic. These guys have been in the industry for 75 years. Best part is all products are made here in the USA. So let's get this installed into my other AR lower, and we'll come back and we'll do a few trigger pulls and see what I think. Alright, so got that one installed in here. This trigger, like I mentioned, was used in my previous video, setting in the Midwest Industries upper, my DMR build that I'm doing. So one important thing, like I mentioned, make sure the 2 set screws are tight and make sure the safety works. So when you put it in safe, it won't fire, and when you put it in fire mode, it'll go. And also check the reset. Make sure everything works and it stays put. Alright, got everything back together. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine. Alright, so we're going to do the initial stage here first. The prep stage, I guess you can call it. .1444. It's relatively close to 2 pounds, so that's where it was advertised at. Pretty close. So we're going to do the actual pull weight now. Clear it out. .29. That one's a little heavier. 2.134. £2, 10 ounces with an average of 2.87, so 2.5 pounds. That's a little bit over, but nothing much to be worried about. So why did I choose the 2-stage for this rifle build is because I wanted a more precision quote-unquote gun. Prepping the trigger allows you to take those precise shots. Here is the short take up, and they hit the wall, then it breaks. Resets a little longer compared to the competition style, and then you're back on the wall. Otherwise you can let off, and then you're going to take the slack off of the trigger. You hit the wall again, it's going to break. No over travel. Pre-travel is going to be this right here. So all 2 stages are going to have pre-travel because that's what you want. So again, short, stage 1, break, stage 2. Now Timney's going to send me another trigger here. It's going to be the long reset one. That one's probably going to go in my 300 blackout build. So we're going to test that out in the near future. But that there is the trigger. I ran a lot of mil-spec triggers in the past, and this is probably by far one of the better triggers on the market. So again, take up, wall, break. Super crisp break. You have to get one of these for yourself just to experience them. But let's jump up top and get my final thoughts on these. Guys, I want to say thanks to Timney for sending these out for me to do a review. Make sure you guys check them out. TimneyTriggers.com, really good company. They've been in the business for over 75 years. So which one do I prefer? I prefer them both actually, just because each serves a different purpose. The 2-stage here, for me, it's going to serve more for a precision style rifle. And this one here, the straight 3-pound pull, is going to be more of a at the range kind of type, just because you don't get the first stage and press the trigger and you're ready to go right out the box. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys prefer a 2-stage or a single stage and why, and if you guys have tried out these triggers, let me know what you guys think of them. For me, so far everything has been great. I really enjoy shooting the 2-stage trigger, especially for precision shots out to longer yardages. This one here, fun day at the range, CQB type of scenarios, fast shooting, this would be great. But if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. Until next time, be safe everyone.